So it looks like this could be another example of mine to show that some LLM models, in this example, ChatGPT, is not able to reason properly. And I'm sure that you have come across such examples by yourself, but what makes this a little bit distinct is that you kind of try to explain that, no, you're wrong, and this is the reason you're wrong, but it doesn't understand it. It keeps insisting that it is doing the right thing, which is quite weird. So I would like to test whether my code is correct. So this is a code that you give a permutation of an array, and you pass the array itself, and upon this permutation you want to rearrange the elements in this array, in this list. So I'm not going to go into the details of what this algorithm, what this code does. It is quite well known, but this is telling me that swapping the values of the element I and perm I at the perm list, this way of swapping the values is not correct. So I'm doing the same for the values of A. It doesn't raise a concern for that, but just for this part. So it says that, well, it says you're modifying this and this in one step, but the value of perm of I may have already been altered, but that's not the case in Python. It could be the case in C, or I'm not sure, probably in Java, but here in Python, this is not the case. So these values are stored in temporary values, and then assignment occurs. So its correct version, it actually changes the algorithm. So it basically assumes that, well, it assigns negative values to the ones that have already been changed. It changes the algorithm, and it does this part that it stores perm of next I into a temp variable and goes from there. Again, not the main point of this argument, but I try to explain that I thought that Python takes care of that and would work just fine. Again, it says, no, it doesn't work like that. And keeps bringing up some reasons which are not correct. So then I say that if that's the case, why didn't you correct the line A perm? And so same problem here, right? If swapping is going to be incorrect, so swapping here in this line should be incorrect as well. But it says, no, this one is safe. So here it just doesn't make sense at all. If that swapping is wrong, this swapping is wrong too. And again, it gives me the other algorithm. So I thought that maybe having this I perm I index prior to I index is causing ChatGPT to accept this. So I tried to, swap the order, see if it's going to accept that. Still not. So still, this line is incorrect, but this line is correct apparently, which again, it just doesn't make sense at all. And then I tried to say that I thought that probably this feature didn't exist in lower versions of Python. So that's why probably it's been trained with some older codes. But no, it just says this is not related to Python version. And we know that algorithm is correct. It is a famous one. And then I go to Grok and ask the same question, but then ask the same question and Yeah, ask the same question about the code. It says that the code is correct. It says the code is correct. And I specifically ask, if you want to read the answer, I stop here a little bit. And I ask this question, is swapping the values like this correct? Doesn't the order of assignment in the tuple values lead to the values being changed prior to assignment? So it explains that this is correct. So it explains that these are, this way of doing it is equivalent to basically putting them into temporary values like x and y and then switching. So you see that although I insist, I try to argue with ChatGPT that what you're saying is not correct, but it just doesn't understand. If you had seen my previous video in this regard, so this would be a second example of a series that probably sometimes LLMs can't reason properly. So of course, very useful tools, but you have to be very careful.